Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to tell you how Fanservice killed this one particular anime, and it's Food Wars. Food Wars is a great story. It follows Soma and his cooking journey to reach the top of the cooking world, even to eclipse the number 1 cooks in his academy, along with eclipsing his father and cooking potential. Even trying to eclipse but his mother is dead in the story, which is the main driving point for the main antagonist of the story, though you meet him towards the end of the story. Now, Food Wars has great competition. The concept is great, and mostly you can get on board, especially if you watch cooking shows where the recipes make sense, but then it all falls apart. Right? I watched maybe 1-2 seasons of Food Wars before I really got tired of the fan service, because you could watch maybe an episode, maybe 2 episodes, 4 episodes. I think the first 5 episodes, because I haven't seen it in a minute, I didn't go back and rewatch the episodes for this video. The first 5-6 episodes, he has to beat this meat lady, this meat classmate of hers, in a food battle, right? Food Wars, haha, right? He eventually does, and this meat lady does fall for him, at least from when I was watching the show, because he wants someone to fall in love with her. In terms of that, she eats a piece of his food, right? Seasoned, sauteed, saucy, juicy, meaty, great, perfection. It looks very good in anime wise, but let me tell you, why do I have to see her take off her clothes? That is what's weird to me, right? And I've watched Domestic Girlfriend. Why? Because they're high schoolers, and then you see these grown men do it, clothes off, and then they got the clothes back on in the next frame. I get it, it's to add to the goofiness of the show, because Food Wars in of itself is a goofy concept, at least when you watch the anime about, people in this world, food running the world. Like, it's not that serious, to be fair, but food me want for sure. And it does look good food. The recipes are good. You can even buy an anime cookbook based off of what they're cooking in the show. I want to do that video. I want to do those videos, but do not have the space. Eventually we'll get there though. But anyway, so I was going to try to go back, but I'm like, the food gasmums is crazy in terms of why does it have to be every single time you watch an episode, especially later on where they get increasingly more better at food. Why are they taking more clothes off? Keep the clothes on. And that's what really killed the show. Food Wars went on for 4 or 5 seasons, was even popular in the early to mid 2010s. I think it ended quite recently. I think it ended rather late, ended in 2018, 2019, or early 2020s. I'm not sure, but it ended fairly recently. But it was a major anime. People watched it, people enjoyed it. It was kind of different towards like the regular shonen or seinen animes that you watched. But then you see a naked body every episode, and it just killed the franchise. Now, of course, there's some people who still finish Food Wars for the story, but fan service, that killed it. That killed it, because you couldn't go an episode or 2 episodes and not see something about it when all they're doing is eating food. Now, you could always take this and just laugh about it in terms of that, but a lot of people was turned off by the subject, especially since every episode you're watching, every episode you're getting desensitized, every episode you're getting annoyed by this, instead of wanting to actually look at the story, watch the story. We're watching this, and that just takes away from the story. So it's overbearing on the anime story itself, because if you just take out, say, because this is all fan service, but if you take out maybe 60% of fan service in that show and just leave 40%, which I think is a good ratio, it's honestly a great show and it has great rewatchability value. But when you have the show have grown men, teenagers, rip their clothes off because they ate a piece of beef jerky, come on. Come on. And I know it adds to the ridiculousness, it adds to the funniness, but it adds to the you not wanting to watch the show. Of course, you like them cooking, you like them seasoning, you know, you're a fan of cooking shows, you know, like Be Bobby Flay, you know, Hell's Kitchen, all that stuff I watch, all that stuff I enjoy. And then seeing it in anime form was just really good for my eyes, and knowing anime is fantasy like that is cool. But I don't want them taking off their clothes every chance they get. Who wants to watch that? Who? Unless, can I put that? I'm not gonna say that in this video. Unless you like that, I mean, go ahead. It's overarching. It's a good anime. For me personally, I did drop it after maybe the second season. I was probably third season and a half of Food Wars before I fully. I gave it a shot. Third season because I wanted to pick it back up. That was years ago. Anyway, Fanservice really killed that show, as no one talks about it. It's like a forgotten thing. But Food Wars in of itself was a major product. It was huge. And then when the Fanservice just became more and more abundant, and then it took too long to introduce Soma's father to the blonde protagonist, that's Soma's girl. I have no idea how that story ended. Soma's girlfriend. But I'll say blonde hair because I think her name is Yuichiro, though I'm not sure what her name is in terms of all that. So, because Soma's father gets introduced late in the series, and it throws everything off. It takes 5 seasons for the story to really fully go around. Come on. And the characters themselves are interesting, and they all have different plot points in of itself of why each one becomes a cook, and it's all great. But then you're like, take the clothes off. I don't want to see that all the time. Goes crazy. Anyway, that is my problem in how Fanservice killed Food Wars. Food Wars, great anime, great plot, great story, great characters, but you don't want to see people taking off their clothes every episode. It goes bad, and then it takes too long for the story to not wrap up, but it takes too long for Soma's father to be very introduced to Yuki. So come on. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.